My little daughter was just telling me that, can't you please stay another week? I really miss you. I said, as much as I miss you, but at the same time, that country needs me, and I have to go there. I have to do something. The Afghanistan that I grew, and when I was a child, I used to see my mom with her mini skirt, my mom sitting with her friends, and she would talk about a Hollywood movie, and she would talk about Alan Dillon or Anthony Quinn or Sophia Loren. My stepbrothers who were much older than we are, and I still remember the eldest one was always following Beatles, and he was wearing those big collars and big trousers, and it was as ordinary as any other family. We were sleeping at the middle of the night, and suddenly all we could hear was the gunshots and really, really massive noises. And we were all scared, and we started screaming because we haven't heard those voices in the past. Suddenly, then my father, he just rushed and he took us all into a basement in our house. I remember my father was juggling with the radio to listen, and he couldn't hear anything. He was quite concerned, and he said something much more serious may have happened. Finally, he just said, "Oh my God, there is a coup d'etat." Russia forces physically came to Afghanistan and they invaded. And then, unfortunately, it also gave a kind of a golden opportunity for Western countries and America to take the revenge out of Russia in Afghanistan. And this was the time that, people could get killed by communists and could get disappeared for listening to BBC, for reading a foreign newspaper, or having a political book, or by Mujahideen groups that were supported by West and USA. What I really saw that, people were simply caught between hard and rock. It didn't last long. Then Russia forces withdrew from Afghanistan, and a civil war started. Fighting started street to street, home to home. My uncle, he was a surgeon in one of the hospitals. He just told us that how they had to operations with the torch because there wasn't any electricity, and because they didn't have anesthetics, they had to operate anything except for amputations without anesthetic. And he said the only thing we do, we just put something in the mouth of the person to not to chew his teeth or not to do, and then few other people would hold him or her, and then they would do the operation and remove the shrapnels or bullets or anything. And this was also the time in Kabul when our home was hit by a rocket, and it killed my youngest brother. Then my family decided that they wanted to leave the country. As a journalist, because I have seen so much happening in my country, and as a journalist, I have covered so many stories, and I have seen the suffering of people, and I have seen the suffering of my own family. So it turned me to become a human rights defender. The more I suffered, the more it made me determined that I should fight for justice. 2002, I'm practically working on human rights issues in Afghanistan. I'm documenting, I'm reporting, and I'm speaking out against whatever happens in Afghanistan. I have been fighting against many powerful people in my country and also internationally. I have been fighting against vice presidents, against ministers, against members of the parliament, and even against international community, against NATO, against America, against Pakistan, Iran, India, and whoever is supporting these groups that are creating lots of bloodsheds in my country. I'm standing against all of them. Sometimes my children just tell me, why you are doing that, Why would you putting your life at risk? Nothing will change, and you're not able to change anything. But what I really believe that I would like to continue being a small mosquito. And I think whenever I buzz in their ear and make their sleep bad, I feel good, They know that I'm here and I'm buzzing. One day, there will be peace, there will be justice, and Afghans will be able to go back. And this is what I really hope, and this is what I'm fighting for.